All right, let's do it. Sensei Seth. I have no idea. I just came across the channel when somebody sent me this video to review it for Wing Chun Wooden Dummy is grueling. We're going to watch this, break it down. I'm going to tell you what I think. And I literally just pulled this up out of the email you sent, so I appreciate that. Let me look really quickly before I do this, because it's only fair. Sensei Seth, I want to go and take a look at this.
Over the last 20
4th degree black belt, trying to feel more like a beginner every day. Also, someone call me Seth Adams. I have no idea who this gentleman is. Martial arts content. You didn't know you needed. Okay. All right, cool. Do we have about? I don't see an about. So he's a 4th degree black belt. I don't know what he's a black belt in. I've never trained with a system that has sashes or belts in Wing Chun, so maybe he came from that. I don't know. But we're gonna go look at his video on the wooden dummy.
There's a lot of different tools
and check this out together. So let's break this down and let's do it. Make sure also you support the channel, our channel. Hit that thanks button underneath the video or go to the description. You like the t-shirts I'm wearing? Go get one. You need a Will Wing Chun for Food shirt. You need one that says Wing Chun touched me in your first lessons for free. So people go, okay, what is that? Or if you know Wing Chun, they touch you. And you know what you got to do after that. Share the videos, show some love, subscribe if you're new to the channel, but go ahead and click on that thanks button, hit the video for like, and get a t-shirt. All right, let's check this out together, guys.
There's a lot of different tools in martial arts that help us get better. Like karate's got the makiwara, or boxing has the speed bag. Muay Thai's got the Thai pads, or that enormous heavy bag. But none of them look quite as cool as the Wing Chun dummy. My buddy Kevin Lee is really good at it. In fact, he's so good at it, he can do it in VR.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
that looks pretty good. Yeah, actually, that looks pretty good.
But I know nothing about it other than it is a wooden figure with 2 arms, something below that, and then a singular leg. So I asked my buddy Kevin, hey, can you teach me some of this Wing Chun stuff? And he said, I can.
Oh, it is going to be Kevin? Kevin, I didn't know you were in this. So I'm not trying to single you out, but hey, Kevin, let's see if we agree. This will be good. I've never seen Kevin really teach something. So this, man, I've been backing up Kevin lately. I think Kevin is probably one of the most talented martial artists out there in totality. I think he represents Wing Chun very, very, very well. I'm glad that, there's younger guys out there who are really picking up a passion for the art and really advocating for it. So let's see if I agree with how Kevin is passing on Wing Chun wooden dummy knowledge to Sensei Seth.
Or I can have my instructor do it, which ended up being like the most knowledge I've ever gained within a 30-minute span on martial arts in my life.
So wood dummy is a really interesting thing. You see the joint.
That's Sifu Fong. Francis Fong, not Augustine Fong, which I did screw up at the end of one of my videos before, which I did correct in the comment section.
Movable.
Oh, interesting. So this is this is illustrating this from here.
Oh, here. Okay. This is like the shoulder line. Now you put the hand like this.
Right. Sure.
Now you touch it wood to wood.
Right.
That is the opponent.
Oh, okay.
After teaching me what the structure of the dummy really means, we worked on how the dummy can help generate power.
You're relaxing. Now you relax your hand, right? Okay. Let your body, let your hip open up your hip. Let energy come to the ground. Go.
I don't want to go too much over this because I think he's going to cover it, but one of the things that you learn with the wooden dummy for inch power is Yuma, and that's a combination of rising, sinking, and turning, right? And it's dynamic. So you could rise and put energy into the dummy, sink and put energy into the dummy, rise and turn and put energy in the dummy, sink and turn and put energy in the dummy. It's really dynamic and it's awesome. Dummy height-wise, too. The dummy, the third arm of the dummy, if you have one, you're wondering what the correct position is. And again, the dummy, and I'll see if he mentions this in here, it is from the elbow back to the core of the trunk of the man, if you will. What we're not looking to do when we train dummy is we think of the core is projecting energy out to us and we pocket energy out and attack in. We're looking to establish contact into the dummy at any point of the arms and go back into the core, right? That's what that is for. It's a positioning aspect, a recovery aspect, but mostly a positioning aspect because the dummy can't move. So if you're offline, and like I put it up many times, the picture of Bruce Lee on the wooden dummy, it's shitty. It's really shitty. But that being said, the dummy is about correcting your position because you can move, the dummy cannot. The setting up of the dummy, the position, that third arm at the bottom, if you're training, it should be set up to your navel, which is going to get the wooden arms heights, the size, the height of your shoulders, right? That's where your heart is. So if you look at Sifu Fong here, this dummy is too tall for him. It's going to be the right size for Sifu Seth here, or Sensei Seth here. But as far as that goes, if you adjust the dummy, you need to have that middle or the third arm on line with your navel when you're in a nice little relaxed stance on there. So let's keep going on this.
Okay, yeah, let's in the sun. I want now go up a little bit, go. Deep out, see, like Bolton, all the way down here. Yeah, let go. Yeah, now two times. 3 times. 4 times. 5 times. 6 times. 7 times. 8 times. 9 times. Yeah, go. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I don't know what the point of that was for. I get it, but inch power, you're putting power into the dummy from your Yuma stance, and unless we're going to teach people, and I know this is for entertainment, it's just jumping into it. Seth could be doing some great lessons, but you want to really get that rooting energy from your Dantian after you've practiced Selim Dao, drawn energy up into your Dantian, stored it, and then exploded it out when you learn from the proper structure of the first Wing Chun punch. So learn your Selim Dao. Then the way that it was taught for me, Selim Dao, Chum Q, wooden dummy, Bilji, pole form, knife form. So that's how we wind up teaching that.
It's all conditioning too.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, at the end, I'm going to feel what the bone conditioning feels like. It's not fun.
The reason why can I use it, Kevin?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I'm going to nitpick this stuff in the beginning.
At the end, I'm going to feel what
I want
the
to show
bone
you something.
conditioning feels like.
This is one of my pet peeves. How did I jump ahead of that one? This is one of my pet peeves when it comes down to positioning on wooden dummy, and why the visual aspect of watching people on dummy on YouTube, it does do detriment, right? And granted, I'm not picking apart Seth per se for this, but this is, you have a responsibility if you're going to promote Wing Chun. And you can't do an 8-hour Wing Chun video lesson on something and show somebody, well, this is what I meant by this. This is why you have to take class and class and class. My Wing Chun study used to be, I mean, when I would, for classes, it was 2 to 3 group classes a week, and then 2 to 3 private classes a week, and alternated. So I paid the money. You know, I wanted the knowledge, and I studied, and I would take notes, and it was total immersion. I was obsessed with Wing Chun. So I know a lot of people are not like that. This position, and I want to talk about this because this is what you'll see, and then people try to duplicate it. Now, if I'm gonna critique this, right? I'm gonna critique so you guys could see this. I'll zoom in for you here. If I'm watching somebody else like Tony Ferguson hit Wing Chun dummy, or I think maybe Anderson Silva did with oh my God, I'm gonna really disrespect Dan Inosanto. If you're in Wing Chun, I don't think I really need to point out to you what is wrong, air quotes, with this still shot. Now remember, as politely as I could say this, I'm just critiquing based off of a freeze-framed position of a man who this is probably his first wooden dummy lesson, so he doesn't know anything, and it's not fair. So this is to prevent people from coming in, looking at this and going, oh, this is Wing Chun, I know it, it's useless, and then leaving. There's so much more to this. If you're in Wing Chun, let's look at the left arm first. If you look at his hands, his left hand here is here, and his right hand down here, you know his energy is trapped in his hands. Look how that rigid that hand is. And if he's in karate, 10-1 says he's done some iron palm training. He's got a knife hand. We have a much more relaxed hand in Wing Chun because the energy comes out of the wrist, and that's projected by the elbow, which is hooked up to the hips. His intent is in his hand, and that problem comes with like fitness aspects, the primary driver. I say it all the time. You want to discover whether or not you got elbow energy? Guys, you don't need to do 20 years of Wing Chun doing Selim Dao in the air. Go to the fucking gym, sit in a seated bench press. I'm telling you, this is the fastest way to learn elbow energy without constantly doing the Wing Chun first form. You can do it. I'm glad I did do it, but I also had weightlifting and I knew how to lift weights beforehand. When you're in fitness, the primary driver that you're moving a weight forward with and pulling back with is called your hands. Sit. Sit in that seated bench press. Put your hands on the bar, put 100 pounds on the bar in the machine and push forward. Put all the intent in your hands and push forward. Do it 2 or 3 times. Feel how the weight moves. Now, say same thing, same weight. Put all the intent in your elbows. Your hand is just placed in it. Place it on the meat of your wrist where the radius and the ulna back it up. Align it and drive forward with your elbow. You will feel a difference. After you've done that, start to sink your back into play. Start to drive with your back, not just your triceps, and your chest, and your shoulders. Then dig your hips into play. Then your legs. When you start to do that, you will understand that mysterious Wing Chun elbow energy isn't so fucking mysterious. It's just learning how to recruit your body mechanics. So why I love powerlifting is because, fuck, they do it. Powerlifters know how to move weight based on their body mechanics. So it's the same concept. It's nothing mysticism at all. Same thing with pulling. If you want to pull in a row, you can. If you look again, if we go back to what's wrong with this, his hand is violating the 90-degree principle. It's straight up. It should be going in to the dummy. This is the one thing I do not like about how we teach what we call either gansao or high-low gansao on this aspect, which is a tansao and a gansao, is we look at it as a defending motion. Like you're sweeping in an incoming attack and you're covering your high and your low gate, right? No, this should be going into. He should be going into, and to be honest, on every one of your gansaos, your high-low gansao, this hand here should be a closed fist or a palm strike. It should be. It should be incorporated with it. So that's it. If you're in Wing Chun, you're going to see the subtle nuances of this and what people like me see as we critique this, as we go forward. And I don't want to take up too much time with this, but let's keep going.
It's not fun.
The vision mind can use it, Kevin.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, beat Kevin up as much as you.
So usually,
as much as you can.
That's vision. He punching on this hand. He come to here. I just enough. Right. So he come on.
This is where I'm going to start disagreeing. And when we start doing this, we put people in a defensive mindset for Wing Chun, which is the complete opposite of what the art was supposed to be. It's an attacking art. End of story. No defense.
This side, that's angle.
By attacking, we are defending.
That's angling.
Okay. It's hard to practice an art without having a partner giving the resistance and the timing. So the wooden dummy, it's not just for conditioning, but it's also for positioning and practice on your own.
It's different punching bag. This one, you got to trap into it. This one had entering. Had to maintain. So whatever he punching, everything, we had to learn how to never let the hand go back and lose it. We stay here, that's it. So he can grab whatever he wants.
I agree with that. I will say the conditioning aspect of it too, the more relaxed you are, the harder you can hit the dummy. And not for nothing, the dummy is not meant to toughen up your forearms. It's going to happen by default, but it's just not meant. That's not your primary focus. So you don't whack the dummy. Whack the dummy, tense up with your hands, and you're going to feel shit. Relax, and it's like you could hit that up like all day long. Your forearms will become iron bars.
But that's always follow up. That's vision.
I like that. I want to show that again for those. There's no uppercuts in Wing Chun. Clearly, you don't know Chum Q. Watch this.
That's it.
Watch this uppercut.
He can grab whatever he wants.
Boom! Look at that. Beautiful.
That's vision we do.
Some things I do have a problem with Sifu Fong is he does a lot of steps that flashy that are based out of Chi Sao. He runs a school. He has to. If you teach Wing Chun in its simplest form, the turnover rate for students should be high. Unless you want to have it a Chi Sao class and you want it fun, you're rolling like jiu-jitsu guys, you're coming for Chi Sao, then it's a different story. But if you're training for pure combat, you don't need all the steps he's teaching. It's just my opinion on that. But when he does stuff like this, it actually incorporates hook punches and uppercuts in his training. It's like, booyah, motherfucker. Study the forms. They're there.
Here, we cut, we always cut, we always entering.
There's honestly
that was
so
good.
Much information here.
I can nitpick the shit out of this, which is awesome. Watch what he does right here. Watch how Sifu Fong moves back, but you look at his right arm. He extends it while keeping contact into the dummy. Watch this. Boom. Where is that? You see, look at the little teeny tiny nuances of he never breaks contact with the dummy. never breaks contact with it. That shows that the dummy is giving you a positional awareness, the arms on where the trunk is, the core. That's what you should be attacking. End of story. So anytime that people are like, oh, Sifu Fong doesn't know Wing Chun, bullshit, dude. Bullshit. That's what people like me are looking for. We're looking for that subtle, like, oh, no. That motherfucker knows exactly what Wing Chun is. Just off of those small little things, it's like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That's what guys like me are really looking for. We're looking for that hidden shit that you can't teach people. It's called invisible Wing Chun, right? What I mean by that is it's something you just pick up after you've learned the concepts. You learn the concepts, you learn how to apply them, and what do? We imitate until we innovate, and then we make it ours. And there's a couple different steps in this process, right? Monkey see, monkey do. You got to do what Sifu does. You look like him, end of story. And then after a while, you make it yours. My movements were identical to Danny Halligan's. My movements were identical to Phil Deering's. My movements were identical to Syed's. And then all of a sudden, it's like, dude, I'm not any of them. I have to move like I move. I'm not as fast as Syed. I'm not as fluid as Syed. I'm a lot more brutal. And I know you're listening. And I know that just pissed you off. Lunch, motherfucker. Soon. Love you. All right. So I have to be a lot more destructive, a bull, when I go into it. So, there's aspects where you have to make it yours. But again, when I see somebody like Sifu Fong doing that, I'm like, oh, he knows Wing Chun.
Just so much information here. We're gonna have to break it up into these lessons. Seems like one of the main differentiators of the Wing Chun dummy is it teaches you to be sticky, and not sticky like
to the core,
your 4-year-old niece who you just caught in the pantry getting into who knows what. Sticky as in keeping contact with your opponent's arms and legs while you're punching them in the face, which is apparently what Wing Chun's all about.
Yep.
I don't have any kids, but like, why are they always so sticky?
So number one, got build, right?
Okay.
Even to your hand like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We use a square always like this. That's
Okay.
training method.
Okay.
Number two, open. Follow your thumb line.
Strike.
Strike. Yeah. Right on the neck behind, and grab behind and come down. One, two, follow your thumb, strike him,
3,
and then use your hip and pivot.
Yep.
Turn your hip. Yeah.
And then pull.
Take a hand, take a joint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If I take a hand, he can they call running hand.
Yeah.
I take the shoulder joint.
These drills that we were doing on the dummy and then on Kevin, who's not a dummy, were interesting because
And I'm going to tell you, too, even more, you can't, maybe it's a language barrier. He's talking about taking the shoulder joint. That's because instead of pulling with his arm, he's lopsiding with his whole body. That's Yuma. That's coming in where you're sinking and pulling at the same time and you're ripping somebody out of their stance. I told you, when I first watched Kevin doing Chi Sao demonstrations with Sifu Fong, I wasn't looking at the hand movements that they were doing. I was looking at Kevin coming up on his toes and getting pulled off of his heels. And I'm like, you don't fake that. Kevin's not doing that on purpose. It is literally short jerking lopsao or jutsao energy from who's ever giving it to you that just pulls you out of your stance. It's fucking awesome to feel because then you're like, dude, this shit is real. So again, more subtle nuances that when I watch people like this teach, it's like, yeah, they know Wing Chun and I like seeing it.
So much pushing and pulling and locking and like trying to squeeze your elbow into places.
That's your shoulder line.
Right. So
you're trying to
emphasizing keeping my elbow.
Yeah, keep your elbow
inside.
Yes, inside. So I want to pull it. I want to put my elbow into a joint. So he trying to punch me, he cannot do it.
Right.
It's really hard to manipulate this thing, but I guess in the nature of it, if it's hard to manipulate the wooden dummy, and you can get good at that, I'd imagine it's easier to manipulate a human body.
Yeah, somebody again tell me, please, Wing Chun has no anti-grappling. This is 100% tie-up, anti-grappling stuff. Again, too, for those who do not know, my background started as a wrestler. So this is, every time I see this, I'm like, how do you guys not see this in application? But let's keep going.
Brings us to our next lesson, which is leverage.
If you master your elbow, like what you mean elbow? This range is a hand.
Right.
Okay, he punches me hard, he fast he can. Watch my elbow. My elbow is really important. You want to punch? It's my elbow punch.
Beautiful.
My elbow entering, my elbow come in.
Right.
Punching come.
Right.
Except my
I wish we had more people doing Wing Chun like this and understanding this for those who don't know and they want to think that Bruce Lee came up with the be like water concept. He didn't. What you are just seeing here, and I've done videos on this, watch Sifu Fong's movements into Kevin. Now, Sifu Fong is the water, Kevin is the destination. As Kevin puts out his punches, those are rocks, those are trees, stationary logs that are in the water, and water has to crash in it or go around it. And I know a lot of people like to sit there and they talk about the crash, right? We call it grandfather energy in Wing Chun. And you're going to see it. Why would you fight somebody bigger, stronger, faster when you could just roll an elbow right over them and continue into the core? Well, where do you learn that? Chi Sao against some aggressive energy and the wooden dummy, because the wooden dummy's arms don't move, so you have to move. Now, admittingly, I'm bigger than both Kevin and Sifu Fong. I'm tighter. I have stiffer ligaments and joints, so I can't get my elbow in this position without being like, oh my God, get the tiger balm out. Holy crap. So how do I wind up I have to learn and relearn as I get older and bigger how to wind up moving around these obstacles and be like water. Watch this with no volume. Just watch how he moves. Look at him going into it. He's not lopping and clearing. He's hitting an obstruction and going around it. This is the ultimate physical concept for Wing Chun, be like water. It's the ultimate physical concept. It's not the philosophical, but look at him go in there again. I love this. I want to continue with this. Just again, watch Kevin's the target. Sifu Fong hits an obstruction. What does he do? He clears the line. He lopsows. He poxows. No, he continues in. We also call it while you're in the neighborhood, right? And what I mean by that is, while a punch is coming in, hey, while I'm in the neighborhood, I'm going to give you an elbow. So he's doing that. Grandfather energy accompanied with the concept called while you're in the neighborhood, and you have this brilliant flow of strikes that are overwhelming because you're not committed to an arm. You're not committed to grabbing. And we got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grabbing. Great, do that. That's awesome. Love it. 90% of people who are untrained in fights that you're ever going to meet in a bar, what do? Grab your wrists so you don't launch off punches. Sometimes you will stiffen up and do that because you got to grab the guy's wrist. If you just let go, this is the level you want to get to in Wing Chun training, even to get out. Somebody comes to grab you and you wind up having this concept of fluidity, and you go in and maybe you just punch him in the face once or twice to wind up getting out of a position so you could back off and run. You fucking win. You win. You go in there and you sensory overload them, punch them in the face a few times. They go like this. They let go. You book. The fight is won. This again is more shit that I love seeing, where people go, oh, he doesn't know Wing Chun. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. We're continuing.
Because it gives you the leverage.
You get me leverage.
Okay.
If you're going to be that close to somebody, it's probably really important that you have a speed advantage along with leverage.
Yeah, so
speed you're going to get from relaxing. You're just going to get relaxing and not committing.
You're using this to emphasize a sturdiness and always having a better position inside
absolutely.
Of this. Okay.
Now it's at this point.
And I don't mean to cut this off every 5 seconds. The sturdiness and the position is from your feet. It's from your core. Your head over your hips, over your feet. Again, that Bruce Lee photo that all you got to do is look for it, Google it. I'm not going to put it up again. The high-low Gansao, Bruce Lee against a wooden dummy. He's bent in half. He looks like a boomerang. He has no position whatsoever. Granted, he was younger, but the aspect is you move into the dummy, you're crammed. How do I get to my right position? The dummy arms and the contact you have on it tell where your body should move. That's where you get position speed.
Point that things start to get a little crazy. I think I've earned Sifu's trust that if he teaches me something crazy, I'll be able to pick it up. I wasn't there yet. And amidst all of this, we really get two different lessons.
Also, so important to look at this one angling. He come to here, I just enough. Yeah. So he come on this side, that's angle.
Number 3 is the importance of angles.
Right.
Never too much, but I go intercepting. If you punch on the other side, I punching on the same thing. So the same thing, even though you do boxing, you still can use the same concept.
Whether it be with your footwork, with your arms, with your
All right, we differ on that one.
Whatever it is, angles are incredibly important.
Now Kevin's got many different martial arts underneath him, but look, how's he turning if you're a Wing Chun? Oh, look at that. He's turning on the balls of his feet and not on his heels. Now here's the deal. This frustrated me so bad my first 4 years of Wing Chun. The first time I ever decided I was going to quit was year number 4. I'm like, I'm fucking done. This art makes no sense. I don't get it. I hate it because I came from wrestling and the stance was you're on a front heavy foot and then your back foot is, on the ball of your foot ready to spring forward. When I started learning Wing Chun, it was a 70-30 weight distribution split, 70% of the back leg. I was like, this is all fucked up. When you train Wing Chun, you learn to train on the heels you turn, and your feet move like windshield wipers this way, not this way. Like this would be the front of the foot. You don't do that, right? There's many different reasons. In my opinion, it's easier to rip somebody forward out of their stance if they're on the balls of their feet. However, it's also easier to push somebody backwards if they're on the heels of their feet, right? So it's just like when you first learn Wing Chun, a punch is just a punch. That's all it is. You're throwing a fist down range. After a while, you're learning a punch. You're like, man, a punch it's your ankles, it's your feet, it's your hips, it's your elbows, it's your wrist, it's your waist, it's your yuma, rise, sink, all this. It is so much, it's a ton of stuff. After you've been doing it quite a while and you start examining your body, understanding something, a punch is just a punch again. So you come full circle. When you train Wing Chun, you want to learn how to pick your toes up and move on your heels, because what's going to happen is you can't turn flat-footed. You'll blow out your ACL. You can't do it. Your body will not move. So you learn to move on your heels for the sake of alignment. When you and I've done so many videos on footwork, right? Bottom line is when you put it into play when you're fighting, just fucking turn. Just move. Doesn't matter. But train one way. So I just disagree with this, but don't forget, Kevin's doing a ton of different martial arts out there. So he's got different types of training that his body's just going to take over default with whatever he's the most comfortable with.
Strikes, whatever it is, angles are incredibly important, and it's easy to train on this Wing Chun dummy.
So really important, he come punching me this one. I don't want too much,
right?
Because he can overhand. Because I go like this open.
With this, you can't possibly go too far. No, it's not going to move that far.
You don't move too far. Our people Wing Chun say, "Oh, trap."
Because it's going to affect your body and tell you where to go.
I let him trap himself. Put the mouse trap then let the mouse put the cheese down, then the mouse trap themselves. just a mix sense.
That's good.
Now number 4 just kind of happened. It stumbled upon me. And that's options.
Basic is the center line, they call center. But had the entrance, you had a bigger center. You had follow up. I follow my thumb line, my finger line, so I should pull, follow this. Instead me to try to reach him because he elbow strike.
Right.
So I go follow on there. He elbow strike, he cannot strike.
Despite there only being 2 arms, a weird middle piece thing that still hasn't been explained to me and is a little suggestive, if we're being honest.
Just look at it for low attacks. Same thing. That's how I look at it. Low attacks. You're going to look at gut punches, somebody coming in with a knife, anything like that. Now remember, I said we don't look at it that way, but you still have an established position down, right? You still will grab people's arms down low. So it's just an option. It's within that range of your upper and lower gate.
And a leg, holy smokes, the amount of things that he was able to talk about that just stemmed from these little movements.
So I pass out this, that's loud. Okay, so I hit one, this bounce out. I take him out a little bit, see, this is for this hand, right here. So if I take too much, he can able moving. I take just enough, so he...
You get that from position. What he just showed you is position. The dummy's going to prevent you. I'm going to show this. If Kevin's able to turn him, okay, on the dummy, you can't overturn and overcorrect, because if this is the dummy arm, it's like I can't push into the dummy anymore without my anatomy collapsing into itself. So the dummy's like, fuck you, dude. That's as much energy as you could turn. You can't use any more movement to turning. So when you see it, based on his understanding of positional awareness from what the dummy taught him, this problem is going to go away, meaning he can't overturn a bong sao because the hours he spent on the dummy was boom, that's it. I can't turn anymore. My body will not let me. So you're being conditioned to say, I know where my position is.
He just enough, so he trying to come in. So my hand already there, but this is so important. If I go this way, he grab it. I got this.
Sure.
Now he cannot grab it. I might go this. I'll grab it.
I like that. Little chin out.
That's what pivot.
And this isn't even all of it, by the way. I cut out so much. In fact, if you wanted to, I put a whole
Phoenix Knuckle right in there.
I think it's like 40 minutes, 43 minutes on my membership page. So if you subscribe for $2.99 a month, you can get access to that. And I'm going to try and get up next week my video with Jesse Enkamp where we talk all things karate.
Go what you want. Okay. 2, 3. And turn your hip, and 1.
Again, how he's turning is all going to be based on the art that he's done.
Entrance, 2. Good. Go open your hand, turns out outside.
These movements look simple, but doing them, moving, and keeping a good posture is kind of difficult.
Kneecap, neck, open.
Slam it right in.
They can't have a bar. Right here, that's why the foot jab, right? Okay. So same way.
If anybody follows me, I don't like kicks in Wing Chun. I just don't, unless they're really close and the arms are under control, because I think that you're taking yourself off balance, right? I want to have full balance with 2 legs, and I don't want 1 leg off the ground.
Technique, the reps, just rep over.
Okay.
Okay. So very important. We learn your body. What happened? This.
Right.
Even you close your eye, you remember what happened. It just let it happen.
Right.
Don't make it happen.
This is so you don't have to beat up Kevin so much.
You don't.
Yeah.
just let him happen.
Right.
Now, number 5, the most painful one, is the conditioning.
That just happens.
This works in multiple ways. I feel like I can only assume that the Wing Chun dummy actually has some like magical state.
You make this look a lot easier than it is.
Yeah.
Where over time, if you hit the Wing Chun dummy enough, it replaces the bone, our little human bones, with wood that was inside of the dummy. And just like over time, maybe eventually.
It's conditioning like anything else. If you go hit a bag of sand or you hit a wall bag, you're just going to condition yourself. That's all it is.
Cut you this not really good. Sure. But what I cut.
Yeah, that hurts, man.
My body
Gets Gansao energy.
Yeah. Not my hand movement.
That's the first type of conditioning I'm talking about. His bones feel like
iron bars.
That comes with that. So you have to walk. But don't use your arm because you get
use your turn.
Use your body and go. And hip. Yeah, here you go. Better. Pivot. You got your pivot. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other side. Go. Look at where you're going. Right. Beep out. Go. Yeah. Beep. Yeah. Right here. Yeah. Here you go. And go.
Yeah. See, correct his arm position.
Go. Yeah. Now you don't feel pain no more.
No.
Go.
And the more you relax, you won't feel it either.
Yeah. Biff.
Yeah.
Biff. How you feel?
Good.
So this really go.
Look at this sequence again, too. He's doing a little freestyle on the dummy. Watch his movements. Watch how unaffected his core is. And what that means is the second his arms make any contact with the dummy, he turns the resistance off. This is such important stuff for anti-grappling or anti-commitment sake in fighting, and what we pride ourselves in Wing Chun. The second you make contact with something, it's like a spent round. You fired it out of your pistol. The next round's going to chamber, so the bullet doesn't go into somebody and keep driving in and in and in and in. It's like, okay, boom, it does its job. It mushrooms out. Maybe it goes out the back, whatever. But then another one's coming down. Another one's coming down, man. So if you just watch his movements on this, watch how unaffected his torso is. He turns everything off. You don't see anything from his torso. It's all It's not hand movements. It's his primary driver is the elbow. He knows how to move his body. He knows how to turn energy on and off.
The second type of conditioning I'm talking about is your heart and your lungs doing this over and over again at a high rate of speed. It's just like a heavy bag. Now, the last
Chum Q, in my opinion, is the best form for that.
Being able to hit something over and over and over again, it makes you mentally tough. This stuff does not feel good.
This makes Kevin feel soft.
Yeah. One finger you can go, even though this, right?
Yeah.
You still.
Yeah.
So your whole body is so important. It's not
Yuma.
your hand, your arm,
Yeah.
Yuma.
your arm, but your hip.
Boom.
Your power comes from your hip. All power comes from hip. That's what remember I say. Your master.
I keep saying it. That's jump style energy is my favorite energy in Wing Chun because you're linking up elbow and wrist on a different plane, and it's going inside with your waist and your hip, and you're sinking and driving it in, and you're just, man, you're putting all of your mass, your Yuma, into your target. Could be somebody's forearm, could be right in their solar plexus or their fucking throat, right? You're giving them, hey, if I'm 232 pounds in a static position with just a punching forward with no movement, I'm looking to punch you with 230 pounds. If I step into it, now we're multiplying that force.
Your elbow, you match your hand,
Yeah.
you match your knee, you match your kick.
Yes, sir.
And then you match your hip, you match a whole combination. Yeah. Yeah. But it's not the finger, nothing to do finger. It's
Right.
all your body.
Right.
That's where a lot of you guys like to look at the Bruce Lee video and say karate's like hitting somebody with an iron bar, whack. But it's Kung Fu is like hitting something like a mace, the ball and a chain, wong. It's a gong. It's the dead weight energy you're putting into somebody. The analogy I've used over the years is if I take a baseball and I throw it into a wall, the baseball is going to hit it with impact and bounce off. If I throw a beanbag at it, that energy is going to stick to the wall, boom, it's going to stick and slide down. The kinetic energy stays into the target. Same thing.
All your body structure, it's all power come from your strong.
Yeah.
Come from your ground. Everything is ground. You have good grounding,
Yeah.
you're a good punch.
I may not have learned the super sick combination that we started with. I don't know, I actually don't know how far I got in it. What I do know is that I picked up a lot more stuff that I feel like maybe even had nothing to do with the dummy, but at the same time is maybe the point of what the dummy is.
Yeah, it is. You learned it.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
you can
it
check out
does.
more stuff about Kevin Lee and
what we
Sifu
do.
Francis link down below. If you want to see the full unedited thing, I know what you're thinking, Seth, are you putting knowledge behind a paywall? A
Yeah.
little bit. Let's be honest.
Yeah, pay
if it was
for it.
a 43-minute video of just him and I talking, you guys probably would watch it. My editing is a product of what you watch, okay? So blame yourselves. Subscribe or I'll Wing Chun you.
There you go. You got to do that. I like these guys. The more that I see their stuff, the more that I think they're doing more for martial arts community as a whole. I would check out Sifu Seth's channel, Sifu Francis Fong, Sifu Kevin Lee, all the guys on here. What's that? Icy Mike over there. They've got some good stuff. I like it a lot. I think they're doing a lot of great content, and they're open-minded, which is not what a lot of us are in the martial arts community. A lot of us, including myself, are very, very close-minded people. So this was a great video. There was a lot in this video that, as somebody who is an expert in Wing Chun, who it's my passion, I 100% agree. I think there was some things I didn't agree with, like the turning of the feet. But again, that wasn't taught in the video. That wasn't a point of it. And then some of the concepts of thinking of the dummy coming at you and you're deflecting, and that I don't teach that, right? That's not something I teach. Other than that, great friggin' video. Make sure you guys check out their channels, like and subscribe. If you're new to our channel, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that thanks button underneath the video, go to the description box, click a link to get your Wing Chun t-shirts. And other than that, you guys have a great damn day, and I'll see you in the next video.